Hi friends, I'm Inu from GTNFSForzaCars.com, and today we are doing a short comparison between rFactor 2 beta version and from ISI Image Space Incorporated, the most anticipated sim racing title for some years now, and supposedly the most realistic and authentic handling physics anyone has ever seen in a sim racing game. And we'll compare it with Project Cars, also a very promising title developed by Slightly Mad Studios, and it's based on a world of mass development, so that people from different part of the world can fund in and create a very good platform for delivering a great simulation racing experience. rFactor 2 is available for the PC. It will be releasing sometime in Q1 2013. Project Cars again is for Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, PC, and the Wii U, and it's also supposed to release in 2013, maybe Q2 or Q3. This is by no means a review because these games are not yet released in their full versions as yet, so it would be very unfair to call it a review. What we'd be doing is we'd be showing you gameplay footages from both the game, and we'd be telling you where these games already excel. There are certain things definitely already in these games that are very good, and a few things where they can definitely still improve on before the final release. So let's see. So as we had said, we are doing this short review of the gameplay features, physics and handling, physics and graphics testing for the rFactor beta version, rFactor 2 beta version, sorry, and the Project Cars alpha build, which is, these are two games which are not released in their full versions, but you can still download them. Obviously, you'll have to pay for it. So this is the rFactor 2, and we're running at the Sepang circuit, Malaysia. This is not the full Sepang circuit as you see in the Formula 1 games. rFactor 2, out of the box, looks better than rFactor. No, not in the same league as Gran Turismo. Definitely not. Gran Turismo 5 looks the best amongst all the racing games that we've ever played. And I do play a lot of Gran Turismo 5 and 4s, honestly. They are most played games that I play. But rFactor 2 is more realistic than anything. Even though this is not the full version of the game, this is just a beta version. If you've ever driven a real car, you will know what I'm saying. rFactor 2 is outstandingly realistic. The braking is as good as it can get, as close to real life, I think. So is the steering. The force feedback is awesome. Even Gran Turismo, Forza, whatever, anything does not come close. Not even rFactor, to be honest. Also, the animations, the in-cockpit animations, steering wheels, and all are spot on. I think this is the only game that has a 900-degree steering wheel rotation animation in the game, and it actually is without any fault. It actually looks natural. I've seen other games who have tried to simulate 900-degree wheel action, but they have failed miserably. They look cartoonish. Here it looks natural. This game is hardcore, and if you're driving with a keyboard, don't, because there is lack of grip. You can actually feel it. When you just plug in the keyboard and start driving, there is lack of grip, and you don't feel like, okay, well, I'm skating or driving. Drive this game with the wheel. Play this game with the wheel. We have played this game with the G27, with the Fanatec 911 GT2, and with the Driving Force GT. Driving Force GT is also a great wheel apart from the pedals. So, if possible, get the GT2, which works best with this, or the G27. If not anything, Driving Force GT is still a great wheel to play this game on. So at least get Driving Force GT before you're actually planning to get rFactor 2, because playing this game with the keyboard actually does not work. It's horrible with the keyboard. So that is one caution.
Coming to the menu system on rFactor 2, this is different classes of racing that are there in the beta version. Endurance class, there are two Nissans, open wheel racing. This is how you can browse the cars, in-game cars. I think this section of the game needs a little bit of promise, because the car browsing menus in Gran Turismo 5 and Forza is much better. And since this game is supposed to be the pinnacle of all racing games, we would say that yes, this section needs improvement a little bit. But this is a beta version, so anyways, this is how you can browse tracks. This is a beta version, so not all tracks are listed. I'm hoping that many more tracks will be listed in the future. These are the practice and qualifying times that you can race, settings that you can customize. We were driving a Megane Trophy, if I have forgotten to tell you that. So on the whole, a very realistic game, but there is a little bit of, this is the online thing, the hosting thing. You can join servers, you can create, host your own. This is Project Cars, and all the brands you can see licensed things. The menu, this game looks outstanding out of the box. This is one of the best PC racing game menus that I've ever seen. The car looks like photorealistic, like cinema. The menu system, I would keep Project Cars over rFactor 2, but again, this is just an alpha build, so this is not a final command that we're expressing on the game. You can see the customization of the different controllers you can actually make this game compatible with. Our Fanatec G27 GT2 was not listed. This is we are driving, and well, again, people who had been telling that this game is being made by Slightly Mad Studios, same people behind Need for Speed Shift 2. Graphically, I think Slightly Mad makes the best looking cockpits, and they have done it yet again. The cockpits look very good. But, well, this is again an alpha build, so I don't want to say too many things about this game, because I don't think this game is going to release anytime sooner than 2013. Mid 2013. The handling physics with the keyboard is drivable. With the wheel, I don't know, the force feedback, even with reduced percentages, it keeps shaking, and the wheel animation leaves a lot to be desired. Actually, I'm driving in Imola. It's one of my favorite circuits. Unfortunately, it's not there in Gran Turismo or Forza. So, oops, and without stability control and traction control, this is what I'm doing in the track. These animations are from Shift series. Slap is not going to count you off the track and things like that. So again, somehow, this is without traction control, without stability control, and I'm somehow trying to drive through Imola. The steering animations need to improve. The cockpit looks great, I think. Also the handling and force feedback. There is force feedback, but the quality of force feedback, the real feel that should come from a force feedback, just not the strength of the spring action of the force that matters. It's actually how real it feels, like a real car when you're driving. That is force feedback always, not how strong that always matters always. So these are the different camera views. Graphically, Project Cars is great. I have nothing to complain at all. But again, this is a multi-platform game. This will be available for the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, PC, and Wii U. And generally, racing games, multi-platform games are definitely prone to bugs, more prone to bugs, as in they hang. There are save file problems, things like that. I expect Slightly Mad to actually work on those things also. Menu structures, the save files, and things like that should be well programmed. This is with stability control on, traction control is still off. No, sorry. This is with everything on. Yeah. And this is a little better. This game I'm driving with the G27 wheel, and it drives perfectly fine, as the way it should drive. I don't know, I mean, reality-wise, realism, it needs to work a lot, I think. Yeah, it is I mean, there are definitely better racing games around. And also, I don't want to say anything negative about this game because this game is not released as yet, so it is very unfair to express any opinion. I think it should work on its handling and physics. This car, they are nothing like Shift series. They feel different out of the box, but still, it needs work on. This is a replay from rFactor 2 and it's highly disappointing, I must say. This looks plain previous generation. And also in rFactor 2, I couldn't actually manage to see the lap time datas. There is no practice, time runs. I, I, I don't know what lap times I were getting because I couldn't see it anywhere in the game in the menu after the race ended. This animation quality is definitely not accepted. This is previous generation. This is the animation from replay animation from Project Cars, and it looks cinematic. It looks very good. Replay cameras from Project Cars, they are very good.
So, as you could see, both the games have their own positives, and there are a few areas actually where these games can still improve upon before their final release. To sum it up, rFactor definitely has the best physics and handling and realism of any racing games on any platform. I play a lot of Forza 4 and Gran Turismo 5. Those two are the games I play the most, and rFactor's 2's physics is, way better than any of the Gran Turismos or Forzas or anything that you can compare it with. So it is most hardcore and most authentic. Also, it's realistic, not downright hard that makes your life as difficult as anything. It's a simulation. It's real. Again, Project Cars has, I think, great graphics. A very interesting menu interface, car tuning options. All those things are very good in Project Cars. rFactor 2 can definitely improve upon its replays. It looks, very pre-generation. It's like from the dinosaur age. So before release, please make sure you have proper replays, like the ones in the more established simulations in other platforms. And also, there has to be a more focused time attack or free run that you have in the other games, where you can just go out and set in lap times and record those lap times for future reference or for fun or anything like that. So yeah, people who love cars, who would download the modded cars, would love to set lap times with those cars. So there has to be a more focused free run time attack mode just for setting up lap time for rFactor 2. For Project Cars, definitely it looks. There's a lot of things yet to come before its final release. When I'm telling this, it's the new version is already getting downloaded. So I'll have something more in Project Cars. So it's developing. What Project Cars can actually improve upon is the physics. It can streamline it. The in-cockpit animations, they'll have to work on a little bit more. The cockpits are very detailed. Definitely, they look superb. But the animations just, has to get a little bit more better. Physics-wise, it is not like Shift. But again, still, a little bit of weight can be given to the cars. Like the cars still feel a little bit lighter than they feel in other simulations. Like, I have not. This was a problem with Shift, but I don't want to compare because these games, apart from those annotations what they give while racing, they are not similar at all in any aspect, apart from the good things of Shift, definitely. So just get the good things out of Shift. The ones that were not so well received by the users, just pay attention to those and try to improve upon those. It's definitely based upon the same engine, which is not a bad thing because Shift, after all, was not that bad. And also, I would like to tell this that because Project Cars is a cross-platform game, mostly cross-platform games are bugged with save bugs and save file getting corrupt and things like that. So pay attention to those details so that these things don't happen, because these actually are bugs that should be taken care of. And also, are these games perfect already? Well, none of these have released already, so after they release, they may be perfect. As of now, what would be a perfect simulation like? It should have graphics from Gran Turismo 5. It should have the realism and handling physics from rFactor 2, and it should have the car list from you know whom, Forza, the best car list that any game can ever dream of. And okay, it can you do it, menus and tuning options from Project Cars as well. So uh, that would be a perfect racing game for me, and available on all platforms, ready to play. Also, you can buy these beta version rFactor 2 from rFactor Central. You have the links at 43.99. You get the version that I'm using. 43.99 I think. And you can also download Project Cars from the WMD portal website, and it comes for around 10 point something euros, I think. I don't remember the exact figure. And please, guys, across the world, mostly the guys playing in PC, see a lot of gaming studios are closing down because of they're running in small scale nature, and the huge expenses in game development getting you the best product. So please don't play pirated games. Buy the games original versions, and don't encourage piracy, because we need because if you want better simulation racing games to come in the future, you actually want the industry to survive. Please, I beg you, I request you to please buy these games, because the industry needs developers like Slightly Mad and others who has to survive. So I hope if you just like me a little bit, you would buy original.
Kind of like whatever little things that we're doing, do subscribe to our YouTube channel. For more information, do visit www.gtnfsforzacars.com. On our website, you can find official car lists from most famous racing games in the world, including every DLC cars released so far with high-resolution photos. If any car model from the car list have a YouTube logo beside their name, you can click on that car thumbnail and you can get all the lap time data and videos by that same car. You can also play the YouTube videos directly on our website. Also, we have 24 world-famous racing circuits listed on our website, on which we register the lap times of the sim cars from different racing games. You can access the race car track list from the drop-down menu as well. Clicking on any racetrack will lead you to lap times of all the sim cars we have run on that track, arranged rank-wise according to their lap times. You may also watch the lap time YouTube video on our website directly by clicking on the YouTube logo. You may also use a filter if you want to see lap times of cars from any one particular game. You can also find sim car championships divided into different sim car classes, in which we rank the cars based upon their performance on 4, 5 or 6 different racing circuits. For every circuit, a car gets some points, and the sum of the total points from all tracks decides its rank and championship points. Apart from this, you can also find details of sim rigs and motion cockpits, along with price, reviews, ratings, and photos. You can also get our opinion on almost every simulation gaming steering wheels and pedals in the world. Also, racing game reviews with unique rating mechanism for arcade and simulation racing games. After all, not all racing games are similar. Thanks for watching, and all the best for everything you do in life. This is Eno signing off.